Have you ever looked at some of your friends and you're like, oh my God, how did we get here? It's been such a long time we spoke. Not because anyone did anything wrong, not because there was a big fight, but somehow the friendship isn't just what it used to be. When I got married and later became a mom, I expected my daily routine to change. I expected my new responsibilities. I expected less sleep. What I didn't expect was actually how much my friendship was going to change. Some friendship actually ends up becoming stronger, while some distant, and some quietly fading away. So today, I just want us to have this honest conversation. Why do friendship change after marriage and kids? And is there anything we can do about it? Hi again and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia Patrick and welcome to Life with C. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. So now let's just go straight to the point. Let's talk about why or how your priorities change overnight. You know, before marriage and kids, it was so easy to say, let's go out. Oh, what time will you be awake? 9 p.m.? 10 p.m. Okay, I'm coming. Or let's take that last minute trip. Or hey, let's talk on phone for 2 hours. Now you have a spouse to consider. Maybe a baby to feed, a bedtime routine, groceries to buy, bills to pay, laundry waiting for you. You see your whole schedule and your calendar starts looking completely different. And that doesn't mean that you love your friends less. It just means your responsibilities have grown. Sometimes most of our friends, they see the no, but they don't see the reasons behind the no. And it's hard to explain. Like one time my friend asked me out for coffee. I said we're going to do it. And the next day I called her and I'm like, we can't do it anymore because my baby fell sick. Next time again, she called me out. Oh, let's go have lunch. I said, oh, I was so happy about it because I wanted to leave the house. And on that day, like few minutes to our date, I cancelled it. She was so mad at me. I tried to explain. No matter how much I try to explain, she can't understand. She tells me she understands, but I know that she understands, but she's still a little bit angry about that. But if this happened to a fellow mom, like my fellow mom, she would understand me. You will understand because you're wearing the shoe. It's something that is so unpredictable. You can't tell. Your life has totally changed from when you were like single and all carefree with life to now that you're literally caring for tiny human beings and your life is not your life anymore. It's still your life, but you get what I mean. So now let's talk about this one because it happens to a lot of people living different lives. When you start living different lives, one of you might be talking about promotions, travel, dating, and the other one is talking about daycare, school runs, whose turn it is to wash the water bottles, meal prep. And you see, neither of these conversations is more important. Both are very, very important. They're just entirely different. And sometimes those different realities make it harder to relate to each other. And one thing that I've actually realized is that good friendships, you see, good friendships is not all about living identical lives like this. We're no longer kids, we are all grown now. Everyone literally has their own lives to look after. So it's not about being 20, it's having things done identically. But real friendship is more about staying curious about what's happening in another person's life. For instance, you're my friend right now and I want to know. I have my own life, I have things going on in my own life, but I don't want to compare my own life with you or not understand your own life. I care about your life, but I have my own life. But I'm curious about finding out how you're handling your own life journey, what's going on. It doesn't matter if it's like a totally different life. Right now, I am a mom. You can decide to be a career woman. And that's interesting. That's literally very interesting. I want to know. I'm curious. What's happening in your life? And they too want to know what's going on, how you handling the kids. For my unmarried friends, they'll be like, oh my God, Cynthia, you're a strong woman. How are you doing it? And me, I also say, you're a strong woman. How are you bagging the degrees, masters? What is going on? You're killing it. So that's real friendship. Any day we remember, we'll talk on the phone. Some days we might not talk for months, even so long, but one day we can pick up the phone and we can talk for hours. Now the third one is time becomes the most valuable resource you have. Honestly, this one kind of surprised me the most. Friendship doesn't really need love, it needs time. Time to do your own thing without that little human disrupting my video. Baby, go to the room and go and sleep, or go and meet your daddy. Go and meet your daddy. Chikamso, open the door. Old word. Why is it sitting in my video? You see, after marriage and children, time suddenly becomes very valuable. Sometimes it feels like luxury. When you think about testing your friend and just checking up on them, the baby starts crying. You remember to call or to wish them a happy birthday or something. And you also remember it's time to make the dinner, and then you promise them that you will call them tomorrow or you reply them tomorrow. Then tomorrow becomes next week becomes next month, and before you know it, time is going, you guys start drifting. And a lot of times all of these things are not intentional because you didn't even want it to happen, you didn't mean it. So it's not always intentional. Sometimes life just becomes so full. The second to the last one, which is kind of my favorite, expectations can hurt both sides. And honestly, I think this is where a lot of friendships struggle the most. The married friend might think, why don't they understand how busy I am? And the single friend might think, think, why don't they make time for me anymore? Both of them will feel disappointed, both of them will feel misunderstood, and most of the times they are both right because their feelings are valid. And this is not because love is gone, but because the season is different. Last one, I'm gonna close with this. Real friendships learn to grow. If there's anything motherhood and marriage has taught me, is this: real friendship isn't about talking every single day. It's about knowing that even after weeks or months, like I said previously, you guys can still call each other and still pick up from where you left. If the vibe is not vibing, then that's not real friendship. But if you can call each other and pick up from where you left and the vibe is still going on, then you've got a real thing going on. It's about celebrating each other's different season instead of competing with them. It's about giving grace. I so much love this word, grace. Maybe your friend can't come to every of your events anymore. I remember when my friend invited me for, I think, was it her book launch? And that day, I was like so tired. I honestly, because book launch is something I was in, I love attending, but because of my baby, I wasn't able to attend. But thankfully, she was able to understand me. But if I was single, I wouldn't have to worry about that, except I am the one who fell sick. So expect that your friends might not be at your every event that you're doing. Maybe that your married friend with kids replies to your message a bit late. Maybe she even forgets your birthday once. I promise you, she has not even remembered to go and make her hair or to do her self-care or to take care of herself. So instead of immediately assuming, oh my gosh, she doesn't care, she only cares about her kids, her husband, her new family, give grace. Maybe she's handling more than you can see. Maybe she's going through a lot and you think she's, in a happy way, happy mood, happy life, and all of that. And everything here goes both ways for the married and the single, the people with kids and the people without kids. Everyone on this planet Earth is fighting battles that we don't understand, and we cannot fully understand it. So my biggest lesson that I've learned in this life is that friendship don't survive because life stays the same. Survive because the people in them are willing to grow together. I've also learned not to take every change personally. Sometimes people drift apart for no just reason, just life. Sometimes they reconnect years later, and sometimes the friendship ends not because the person was a bad person, but because life took them in a totally different direction. And while that's sad, I think it's also part of growing up. Yeah, we grow. I mean, we're not stagnant. So if you're watching this video today, whether you're single, married, a parent, not a parent, I really hope this encourages you to give your friendship a little more grace. You see that friend that you've been meaning to talk to or call, reach out to them, call them, talk to them. You see that message you've been putting off, reply that message. Reply to that message. And if you're the friend who's been feeling forgotten, maybe start the conversation instead of assuming the worst. So my darlings, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think friendships actually change after marriage and kids, or do you think that people simply stop making effort? Let's talk about it in the comments. I really want to hear from both sides of this conversation. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Live with C. Join me every week as we have over here, we have honest conversations about motherhood, beauty, lifestyle, and just navigating different life seasons. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.